that cancer is a huge burden in our society. In the United States alone, it is the second leading cause of death among Americans, and 1 out of 4 deaths in the United States is due to cancer. My raw data looks at cancer statistics in Maryland, and the first data will look at cancer statistics in Maryland counties. In particular, it looks at all types of cancer, all ages, all races and ethnicity, male and female, from the year 2011 to 2015. The data gives information on age-adjusted rates, case counts, and population for each county in Maryland. You can also play with these values in ascending and descending the order in Excel to help interpret the data better. But overall, we can look at this data and tell that data is a little difficult to interpret and has very little meaning. The second set of raw data looks at cancer statistics in Maryland. However, this time it's looking at the rate of new cancer cases by race and ethnicity in both sexes and the rate of new cancer cases by race and sex. Unlike the previous data, this data focuses on all counties in Maryland. However, age-adjusted rates, case counts, and population is given for each race and sex. Overall, we can tell that this data, much like the previous data, drives information. However, the data in itself is not very powerful. People don't always understand things with rows and numbers. We can tell that the raw data is boring and doesn't generate much information at all. You have to be able to use the raw data to drive conclusion for it to actually matter. It needs tools and strategies to get most out of it. And that's where data visualization comes in. So previously I showed you guys raw data of cancer statistics in Maryland counties. I took the raw data, populated in Excel to generate a map. The map visualization is a great tool because it allows users to visualize spatial relationships in the data by indicating data on a geographical map. The color areas of this map indicate a value for that area. So by simply looking at this map, in addition to the color scheme, we can see that regions in the southeastern part of Maryland, for example, have higher incident rates. We can also see that counties with lighter shades have lower incident rates, which could help draw conclusions about the region. Perhaps there are variations in medical care. Maybe this region or county has proportionally fewer smokers than other states. We have no idea. But by looking at this map, we're able to draw conclusions from the map and also interpret the data a little bit better. What's also great about this data visualization tool is that hovering your cursor over the map will generate information about that specific county. So in this example, by hovering your cursor over Cecil County, we're able to get information about age-adjusted rates, case counts, and also population. The next data visualization tool here is the use of a donut chart. And I use the donut chart to look at the rate of new cancer in cases by sex and race and ethnicity. The donut chart is easy to make and also easily interpreted. By looking at this chart, we can tell right away the whites have higher rates of cancer. We can also tell that blacks come in a close second, and that Hispanic and Asian Pacific, which are in green and yellow, have similar rates. So once again, donut charts are easy to make and are also easily interpreted. The next data visualization tool here is the use of a bar graph. We all know bar graphs. We all use them. And I use the bar graph to look at the rate of new cancer cases by race and ethnicity in both sexes. So I broke down the sexes in male and female. And we can tell right away that in men that blacks have a higher rate of new cancers compared to whites. And in females, whites have higher rate of cancers compared to blacks. And this can be easily interpreted by just looking at the length of the bars. So once again, bar graphs are easily made and also easily interpreted. So this project is related to other module topics in many ways. In this project, the project does not use any information on PHI. However, it is important to consider ethical procedures throughout the visualization process. Ethics in data visualization is not a new concept. Many have discussed the importance of standards and best practices for the development of data visualization. The role of the information developer is to ensure data visualization are both truthful to real life and represented in a way that is easy to comprehend and not confuse the public. Knowing that the goal of the information design is to represent understood data for the purpose of amplifying and increasing cognition, information developers should be mindful of ethical issues surrounding data visualization to ensure that they're not exploiting the reader's perception of facts by injecting fiction or representing the data incorrectly. Examples of this is when information developers truncate important information from a graph to mislead the public or the user. And sometimes they do this by removing X or Y axes. So overall, we can tell that by comparing the raw data to data visualization tools, that data visualization tools are easily interpreted, and that when you are making data visualization tools, it's important to consider the ethics behind them. Thank you.